If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. Briar Rose has been watching lots of my old videos. Actually, there's been a couple people who've been watching lots of my old videos, but Briar Rose has been commenting on comments that other people have made. So, you know, replying to comments. And so it brings up these old comments from people I used to watch my channel. They don't watch anymore. A lot of them don't watch anymore, I should say. It reminds me of some of the conversations that I've had with these folks. Yeah, I just watched a video the other day about how to develop a YouTube channel. And right at the beginning of the video, he said, this video is not going to be what everybody wants to hear. Because what I'm going to tell you, you're not going to like. You're not going to like that I'm going to tell you that it takes a lot of work to develop a YouTube channel. Well, I'm going to tell you the same thing. I'm going to tell you something that you're not going to like. It's going to take a lot of work to be a nomad. This is not something you just come out here and you see this beauty. Seeing this takes a lot of work. For example, in order to sit at this spot to get this kind of shot, even though the sun is in the wrong direction and everything, it's the best I can do based on the circumstances. I had to walk almost a mile to get here. Now we're up 7,000 feet in elevation. For those who doesn't know what that means it's hard to breathe up here. The slightest little activity, when you live down by, 300-400 feet above sea level, for you folks that live down there like me, it gets very difficult to do anything. Carolyn keeps, every few minutes keeps saying, I'm sorry, I can't do this, I can't do that. We went on a 0.8 mile hike yesterday, not even a mile. I bet it took us 2 hours to complete the trail because you're out of breath. You walk a few steps and you can't breathe, you stop, and then you try to go some more. Yesterday, I changed the oil in the generator. Well, being out here in the desert, there's not a lot of shaded areas to do work at. So I stood at the tailgate of the pickup truck and I was changing the oil. And before you knew it, I'm thirsty. And even though you don't sweat a lot around here, you can feel that, okay, this took it out of me. And picking up the generator, you're out of breath. Again, I'm not complaining. I'm explaining. I want you to be prepared for this stuff. Like I was saying earlier, Briar Rose has been commenting a lot. And this is the second time within a month she has brought an old subscriber to my attention that doesn't subscribe to my channel anymore. And this particular comment, yesterday she commented under someone. And I thought, oh yeah, where'd he go? And because he was developing a YouTube channel and every day he would argue with me. Now, this was back last winter when it was so cold. We were in Missouri and we got 21 inches of snow. Got down to 6 degrees at one time. It was so cold, my shoes froze to the floor of our house, the pickup truck, of course. And he was always telling me what I was doing wrong. And that if you would just do it this way or do it that way. Well, of course, he went out there and he was in the winter time and he's showing all these excellent videos, how great it is. And he's going to, Rob, if you just do it my way. And at the time, that had been my second winter doing this lifestyle. Of course, he's just now starting this lifestyle. So it's still all fresh and new. Well, sure enough, he stopped making YouTube videos. He stopped commenting. And now he's, you can tell based on his YouTube channel that he is back in the house. So I don't know why he gave up the lifestyle, but it's easy to assume some things that, well, maybe all these things that he was saying was so easy turned out not to be so easy. Here's the thing I find interesting is the folks that come out here knowing they know everything are the ones that don't make it. This is the second YouTube channel that I've talked about in about 2 months that had tried it and failed. This once again proves my theory that you got to take 4 long test runs. I mean, maybe a couple months each. One in every season. One in the winter, one in the spring, one in the summer, one in the fall. For example, this big YouTuber, he's been putting out videos about batteries. And so I've gotten some questions on what kind of battery I have. The example I want to give is things that they don't tell you, that you have to either learn on your own by research, or by experience. So for example, in the wintertime, batteries only give you about half the power that they're rated for. So let's say you have a 100 amp lead battery. In the wintertime, you only get about 50 amp hours out of that. So you're always having to charge your batteries. So in the wintertime, I have to charge my batteries 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the evening. Okay, well, that makes sense. That's fine. Well, in the summertime, even though I'm getting more amp hours out of my battery, I get 100 amp hours out of my battery now in the summertime, I have to charge my batteries 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the evening. Why? Because my refrigerator is running more in the summer than it is in the winter. So all this information that I've learned about batteries turned out it didn't make any difference what I knew about batteries, because the actual experience of living out here taught me. Now, somebody's going to say, oh, well, just get yourself another battery, then you don't have to worry about it. Well, see, here's the thing. That tells me that you have to educate yourself on batteries. It doesn't matter if you have 2 batteries or 10 batteries. If you're using 100 amp hours per day, okay, you're going to have to charge your battery back up 100 amp hours. It doesn't matter if you have 500 amp hour batteries, you're still going to have to charge. And so if you're coming out here and you don't know this information, you're going to be in a huge disadvantage. Well, I watched a YouTube video and it's so easy. Well, this is what gets these guys who know everything and tell me, Rob, you're doing it wrong. If you just do this one thing, everything's going to be so much easier for you. And I've tried a lot of different things that folks have told me. And usually it doesn't work, or it creates other problems. It all is trial and error. In order to experience what to do with that trial and error, you have to take test runs. Thanks for watching. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.